Every day we hear about the potential risks and opportunities of artificial intelligence. Our next guest, though, saw how it could help solve a much more immediate problem. What do you do when a customer won't pay up? Philip Young set up Garfield AI when he realized how difficult it was for his brother-in-law to recover unpaid invoices. Last week, the company reached a milestone when it won a trial in an English court, recovering thousands for a freelancer. It's believed to be the first time a case has successfully gone to trial with the legal work prepared by AI. The founder and CEO of Garfield AI, Philip Young, joins us now from London. Good to see you. And I have to say, I love the origin story here, right? Small claims. So many people have these claims. You started this company because of the problem your brother-in-law had. He was actually a plumber. I am wondering, though, how do you believe this will work in the future for the so-called little guy?
Good evening, Paula, and good evening to all of your viewers. We see this sort of technology as transformational for access to justice because what it does is it unlocks an entire area of legal rights that historically have been uneconomic to pursue. What it does basically is it enables what you would call the small guy, the Davids, to take on the Goliaths a lot more effectively.
When you say effectively and you say AI, can you explain exactly when we say AI, it was complete AI? Because I do know you had to hire a human barrister to actually go to court, right?
Yeah, that's right. So you can think of Garfield as doing everything that historically a human law firm would do. So we are a regulated law firm. We just are very unusual because we've only got one regulated human lawyer in the firm, and that's me. And the rest of the team are developers. And for the work that we are presently doing, which is small claims work in the English county courts, it is not actually necessary to hire a human advocate to go to trial. The system is set up such that people are supposed to be able to represent themselves, but often sometimes that is intimidating, particularly for people with no experience of legal process. And so, for example, in this most recent trial, which we fought and has made the headlines, our user there decided, we think wisely, to take away a bit of the stress for herself by hiring a barrister to represent her at the hearing. And what the barrister did was he took over the case on the doorstep of the court, Garfield having prepared all the documents, and then went into the trial, which was a 3-hour trial, and then did the oral submissions and also the cross-examination.
What would be the cost compared to actually taking it on? I know it's hard to compare, but what would be the cost differential, even if you give me a percentage?
Oh, it's an enormous cost differential. So last autumn, one of our terrestrial TV channels, Channel 4, did an experiment where they contrasted using Garfield on a real case versus using a human lawyer. And the human lawyer it took about 20 times as long as Garfield and was about 10 times the amount of cost. So just on those metrics, Garfield is 10 times cheaper and 20 times faster. And if anything, we think that's probably an underestimate. And certainly the direction of the technology, it's improving so rapidly that, of course, it's going to become more and more capable as the years roll on, which will increase the disparity between what the technology can do and what humans can do.
So I'm not sure if your intention here is to unemploy a bunch of lawyers. I am wondering, where do you see this going? Because you're seeing it from the inside. And also understanding that in many countries, there's a barrier in the legal system by regulatory expectations. So how do you see it developing?
Well, first of all, it's certainly not my intention to make a lot of lawyers unemployed. I mean, I am a lawyer myself, and the profession is always friendly to itself. And if you look at the trial we just fought, rather than reduce the number of lawyers, we actually increased the workload for lawyers because that case would not have been brought absent Garfield. And what it did was create defense work for the law firm that represented the defendant, who, of course, lost at trial, but they got that work and work for 2 barristers on both sides. So absent Garfield, there wouldn't have been any of that work. So the way we see it is that it's not a product that will mean less work for lawyers. What it will mean is greater access to justice. So for people that have got smaller claims, and at the moment we started with debts, but in due course we'll move on to other sorts of claims as well. It will mean that those people that presently are unable to vindicate their rights and access a court system will be able to do so. And that, of course, is a good thing for society.
Philip Young, an excellent test case to bring to our viewers. Really appreciate it, and we'll continue to follow how this develops in the coming months. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.